Hey friends, it's Jess here. Today we are in Magistrate Fink's courtroom for Saturday, this last Saturday's weekend bond court. It's very interesting today. There is going to be a part 2 to this. It's going to cover Sunday and Monday. As you all know, that these videos often do get demonetized, so please consider joining membership and joining my circle of friends, and the link for that is in the description, and also is a link if you want to help support Fritz and Luna's BarkBox habit. Now, as for the customary, I am not an attorney. I am not making any legal conclusions nor putting forth any legal advice. All comments are my own, and all persons are innocent until proven guilty. And with that, let's get over to Magistrate Fink's courtroom.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
Nicholas Seuss.
Mr. Seuss, I have your address on Forest Court. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
That is correct.
Okay, but is that where he lives?
Yes.
You have a different address?
Do I have a different address? No.
Okay. I'm not going to let you go back to that Forest Court
I
address.
can go to my mom's.
Okay, do you know what that address is?
Yes, it is. Well, I can go to my stepdad. But the problem is that that's all right. I understand. Is that
You can tell me what.
I can't go home?
You can to get your things for a civil standby.
But okay.
I'm not going to let you live
because
there
I
because
thought
you
that thought there was an obstruction or something, that like obstruction of a police officer. I don't understand why I can't go home.
Okay, I'll let you know what all the charges are now that they've been authorized, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what city is that in?
Pinckney.
Okay, and is it okay if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, this is State of Michigan versus Nicholas Seuss, 23F20062. I will appoint your office based on the petition I've received, Ms. Yankee. I'll go ahead and read the complaint.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 13th, 2023, at in Superior Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, defendant is accused in count 1 of committing the crime of this is a felony with a
Gonna advise you not to say anything right now.
This is a felony with a maximum penalty of 10 years and or $5,000. I did not authorize count 2, so count 3 is interfering with electronic communications, willfully and maliciously preventing, obstructing, or delaying the sending or delivery of a communication by or through a telephone or telephone line. That is a felony with a maximum of 2 years and or 1,000. Count 4, assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. That is a felony with a maximum of 2 years and or 2,000. Count 5 is malicious destruction of personal property, willfully and maliciously destroying or injuring a cell phone that belonged to. It's a misdemeanor with a maximum of 1 year and or $2,000. And count 6 is a charge of misdemeanor, 93 days and or $500 is the maximum penalty for that.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to all these charges.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Dowd.
Your Honor, his criminal history is not extensive, and that's why I didn't ask for a surety bond. It appears like this was a factor in here, so I just ask a no go to and no contact at this time, and a GPS tracker for that.
Thank you.
exclusion.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Kelly, Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Seuss today. We have no objection to the GPS tether tracker. We would also like to ask for a personal bond, please.
I'm not going to give a personal bond today. This is my concern. The charge that I didn't authorize is a charge. I didn't think that there was probable cause for the element of knowingly or intentionally committing an action. So I did not charge, but my concern is that these charges related to the telephone are about the child's mother trying to contact emergency assistance after the child had been injured. So while I don't think today authorized appropriate, I'm concerned about what happened after there was an incident. So I don't think a personal bond is appropriate. I understand that perhaps the underlying issue for the whole thing, but this is a dangerous situation for this child and the child's mother, given the fact that there was breaking of a phone, refusal to allow a phone call to get the child the care. And this is what has been alleged today. So
That's
I'm setting the
alleged.
bond. Pardon me?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was alleged, right? That was not, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not
John,
talking.
would it be possible to get a sober link to keep track of the alcohol?
No, I'm not. I don't want him released right now without posting a financial bond. I'm concerned about the danger to this child and the child's mother when she was, as I was told today, and as is charged, she was trying to take care of an injured infant,
What was
and that led to property damage, all kinds of things. That's the way that this has been reported and charged. So that's the concern that I have. It's not, I think that, as I said, it's possible that what was really happening was an alcohol-related incident and then poor judgment stemmed from that. But I don't have any way of knowing which came first in this situation. So I think that there's, regardless of the cause, some concern for the safety of both Ms. Johnson and the infant child. So I'm setting the bond at a $10,000, 10% bond with the ordinary conditions and some drug and alcohol testing. So the conditions are as follows. If in beginning now, you're not to have any contact, whether you are still in custody or post the bond and leave. No contact means you can't reach out to her in any way. You can't reply if she tries to contact you. It means you can't use social media or another person to deliver a message to her from you. No contact literally means no contact. You're not to go to 795 Forest Court in Ypsilanti except with the police department to get your belongings. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I'm going to order. Do you have reliable transportation, Mr.
Yes.
Seuss?
I do,
Okay.
that's at my house.
You can go with the police to get your car.
Okay. What was the bond? I'm sorry,
if-
I missed. I'm sorry,
10,000, 10%, so $1,000.
$1,000 bond. Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to order intermediate drug and alcohol testing, which is random drug and alcohol testing. That will begin on Tuesday. If you post the bond this weekend, Tuesday is when you begin that testing. If you can't post the bond, then it begins, your testing obligation is whenever, within 24 hours of whenever you're released from jail.
Okay, if I paid the bond today, does that give me time to go back and get my things this weekend? So I can
You can
leave?
go at any time, the police can go with you. to
Okay,
get your stuff, but it's a one-time deal.
okay,
So you have to contact the sheriff's department and tell them what you need.
okay. Would they be able to, well, I mean, so I'm going to be, if I pay this bond today and I'm able to leave, I would have to contact the sheriff office after I'm out of here. Is that clear? Is that
You cannot go to the Forest Court address unless the sheriff's department is with you, all
okay?
right?
Yep.
And you can't go and wait for them to come.
Okay,
Okay. All right, so, and then if you post the bond this weekend, your testing obligation begins on Tuesday because Community Corrections is closed on Sunday and Monday of this week. If you don't post the bond until after Tuesday, the testing obligation begins within 24 hours of your release from jail. Okay, the
okay,
rest of the bond conditions then are no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, no criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior. Do you have any questions about the bond conditions?
no,
Okay, your court date is going to be a probable cause conference, January 26th, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. Any questions about that?
no. It's over Zoom, so I'm gonna be doing that, okay. I'm gonna be doing that from home. Like,
Wherever you are.
yeah, okay, all right.
Okay, anything else?
It's nothing from.
When
the
do I get to
defense.
see my baby? I'm very-
Maybe not at all right now.
What was the injury that this is being alleged?
I don't know. You're not charged with child abuse. I did not authorize that. Okay, so let me say one thing about that, about seeing your baby. I understand that is emotionally difficult for you, but not for him. Okay, he's okay right now because he's too small to know that you're absent right now. So I'm not saying it won't be stressful for you, but you don't need to worry about your ability to have a relationship with him when this case is resolved, okay?
Yeah, I'm just not this kind of person. I fucked up and,
I'm gonna advise you not to say anything else right now. Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've got an opportunity to get it all resolved and keep it off your record. So don't worry about that. It'll, maybe not, maybe you're too old to keep it off your record, but, you'll be okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll work with you.
You just got to be patient and work through the process. I just want to verify your, email. I have
Oh,
in it,
no.
BL.
No, it's,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
to hear
thank
that.
I'm
you.
concerned about work, that's what it is. I work at U of M and that's how I was paying for everything. I don't even know how my kid's gonna survive. Mom doesn't work.
You need to
Okay,
talk to your
so your situation is not unusual. I know that for you, it is unusual. But lots of people in your situation figure out how to do it, and your family will figure it out also. Okay, I don't have anything else I need to talk to you about. So when you're ready, you can stand up and step out. Hi, could you state your name, please?
Yes, hi, it's Lawrence Michael Vitale.
Okay. One moment. I have your mailing address on South Wagner. Do you have a lot number there?
It's a house.
It's a house, okay. And is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
Yes, yep.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email address to have contact with you?
Yes, that's okay.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a junior?
Not technically, Your Honor. My dad and I do share the same name though, minus our middle name.
His birth date is 69 and yours is 96.
That is correct.
Okay. He has another case with a warrant on it.
It is a 15th District Court case that he's on probation.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to leave the jail until Tuesday at the earliest, Mr. Vitale, because you're going to have to see someone on your probation issue on the warrant on that case. And because that's a 15th District Court case, that's not something I handle on the weekends. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the arraignment on this new felony file, but just so you understand, you're not going anywhere
Okay. Your
until Tuesday at the earliest. Okay. All right. So the phone number and the email, is it okay with you if the court uses those ways to contact you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And, okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Lawrence Vitale 22F55697. I've received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Vitale today. We're going to waive formal reading and stand mute to these charges.
Okay, Mr. Dowd, go ahead.
Your Honor, I don't have any additional information other than what's on the bond unity form. I think it's self-explanatory unless you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to ask for a personal bond. However, if the court is not inclined to do so, we're going to ask for a low cash bond for credit for time served since he is there till Tuesday at the earliest. Mr. Vitale
So, hang on one second before we go any farther. It looks to me like the alleged victim here is the person that he has a no contact order with in the 15th District Court case.
Right, that was a stalking case. And he's on probation for stalking the same victim.
Which is why the financial bond is being sought.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Vitale is a local resident at Ann Arbor. He provided me, which I provided to the court, good contact information. He's on probation at 15th Circuit Court, as we've discussed. He is gainfully employed with Haynes Lawn Care full-time. So we're going to ask for a personal bond or a low cash bond, please.
Okay. I'm just looking at the status of the other. Okay. So because of this charge, there was a request and a summons for a probation violation, and bond has been denied. Reported behavior directed towards victim per the Ann Arbor Police Department report. Alleged destruction of victim's property, probation violation signed by Judge Perry with a no bond request. So that is, I guess the concern here is that despite the restrictions on that other file, which have been in place for quite a while, and as of just a few weeks before that, your presence was waived at a review hearing because things were going really well. So the concern is that something changed in a way that made it difficult for you to continue to do well and for you to remain in compliance with the terms of your probation. So I don't think a personal bond is appropriate. At a minimum, you should get some credit for time served with a bond on this file while you're waiting to see what happens on your other case. And then, as I just stated, something has happened that is preventing you from continuing to be okay in this case, in this situation, I should say. So I'm going to set your bond today at $10,000 with the right to post 10%. So you're not going to want to post that until you find out what happens on Tuesday, of course, right? Because if you can't leave the jail Tuesday, then you might as well keep this bond in place.
Your Honor.
While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact. No contact, you already know, but I'm going to tell you again. No contact means you can't initiate contact with her for any reason. You can't call her, text her, email her, don't use social media or another person to deliver a message to her from you. Do not reply if she tries to contact you. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do not go to her address on Volgo Circle in Ann Arbor for any reason. No purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior while you're on bond. Any questions about the bond conditions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, your court date will be a probable cause conference on January 26th at 9 a.m. Any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Vitale. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
Darnell Slayton Senior.
Mr. Slayton, I have your address on Jeff Street. Is that a good place for you to get mail?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email address to have contact with you?
That'll be great.
Okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Darnell Slayton, 22FB1233. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Miss Yankee.
Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Slayton Senior. We're gonna waive formal reading of the charges and stand mute, please.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Dowd.
Yeah, Your Honor, we don't object to a PR bond. We just ask for community drug testing.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Miss Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're also gonna ask for a personal bond, please, today. Mr. Slayton Senior is a local resident in Ypsilanti. He provided me, which I provided to the court, good contact information. He helps take care of his 7 children. And additionally, he is disabled, so we're gonna ask for a personal bond, please.
Oh, this is an old file. Okay, so this case is almost 2 years old, which says to me that you're doing okay. And so I'm giving you a personal bond today. I think that Judge Simpson is going to order drug testing when he sees you in a couple of weeks. So I'm just going to go ahead and order it now. You can get a couple of clean tests under your belt, and that will make that go a little faster, I think. Okay.
Okay.
So personal bond today, standard supervision at community corrections, which is random drug and alcohol testing. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Do not purchase or possess any firearms, weapons, or ammunition. No criminal behavior, no criminal behavior. Okay, your court date is January 26th, 2023, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. Do you know how to use Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions about what we talked about today?
No.
All right, so you need to report to today's Saturday. The courts are closed on Monday for Martin
So
Luther King
how
Jr.'s.
often do I have to report to the community people?
703, check a parking complaint.
How often? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, how often, Your Honor, do I have to go up there and deal with them 2-3 times a week?
Standard supervision is 1 or 2 times a week.
Okay.
I'm gonna specify once a week, okay?
Okay.
For now. Okay, Tuesday is when that begins, because everything is closed tomorrow because it's Sunday, and then Monday for the Martin Luther King holiday. So on Tuesday, sometime during the day, you need to go to Community Corrections to begin that testing. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
No, you answered them for me.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Slayton. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, could you state your name for the record?
Myron Murphy.
Mr. Murphy, I have a Karen Street in Romulus for your mailing address. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Myron Murphy, 22FB, excuse me, 1365. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. May proceed when you're ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Murphy today. We waive formal reading and stand mute to the charge.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Dowd.
You're muted, Mr. Dowd.
My bad. We're not asking for any cash or surety bond on this one. We just asked that he has no contact with and not go.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to ask for a personal bond today. We went over possible bond conditions that the court may place on him, and he has no issue with that. Additionally, he does have one warrant that he needs to take care of. He informed me out of Wayne. It is a driving while license suspended charge that he's planning on taking care of. I did not see any other holds or anything holding him up. He turned himself in regarding this matter, so we're going to ask for a personal bond, please.
Okay, your email is,
Yes.
there's a typo in what you gave me, Ms. Yankee,
Apologies,
just
Your
so you
Honor.
know.
Thank you.
Give you a personal bond today, so you don't have to pay any money to leave the jail. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with the alleged victim. No contact means that you are not to initiate contact with her. You can't reply if she tries to contact you. You should not be using social media or third party to deliver a message to her from you. And do not go to her address on Wendell Avenue. If you have belongings there that you need to get, you can contact the police department. That would be the sheriff's department for this case. And let them know that you need a civil standby, and they will go with you to get your belongings. Any questions about the no contact?
No, ma'am.
Okay, the rest of your conditions then are no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No assaultive behavior, no criminal behavior. Any questions about those conditions?
No, ma'am.
Your court date is probable cause conference. That will be January 26th, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. Okay, anything else?
No, thank you. You said
You're
what
all
time?
set. Approximately 9. You'll get something sent to your email that has the Zoom link to use to appear on that day and also the exact time.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah, you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you. Could you state your name, please, sir?
Darnell Taylor?
Mr. Taylor, I have your mailing address on Emmett. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that where Moore lives?
Yes, ma'am.
You have someplace else you can stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Where would you, but do you know what that address would be? Lot number? 8. Okay, thank you. Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Darnell Allen Taylor. 2320009. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you. Assistant Public Defender Kelly Yankee appearing on behalf of Mr. Taylor today. We were not able to get the complaint at the meeting, so we would like the court to please read the complaint for us.
The complaint in this matter states that on or about January 13th, 2023, in the city of Ypsilanti, Washtenaw County, Michigan, defendant is accused of committing the by making an this is charged as a second offense because of a previous conviction Mr. Taylor has. Second offense is 1 year and or $1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor. We stand mute to this charge.
Go ahead, Mr. Dowd.
Yes, Your Honor, I reviewed this case. I know it's a misdemeanor DV second. I was just concerned about her safety. This is not the first DV incident that the police have reported on her, so that's why I recommended a GPS tether for the no-go to, but I have no objections to a PR bond.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Yankee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to ask for a personal bond, please. Mr. Taylor, he is fully employed with Instacart. He has family around, and additionally, he has a different address he can be located at that is different than the complaining witnesses. So we're going to ask for a personal bond, please.
Okay, thank you. The previous conviction was from 2005, so 18 years ago. I don't think there's anything unusual in this particular
He had
case.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, he had a charge in August of 2022, which was dismissed in October of 2022, a DV.
That was dismissed?
Yeah, that was the same victim, so I believe she did not appear. That's the reason for the GPS tracker, Your Honor.
You have an objection to a GPS tether, Mr. Taylor?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Dowd, are you seeking a tether with the exclusion zone of the Emmett address?
Correct.
When you are doing your Instacart driving, if I were to exclude you from the Emmett address, that would create some limits on where you can deliver.
Yeah, my batches are normally like the Plymouth Road, Ann Arbor area, and Whitaker Road areas anyway. So
Okay. So you would be able to work around that
yes,
at least
ma'am.
for a while? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll give you a personal bond today. And the no contact with, or which means you can't initiate contact, you can't reply if she tries to contact you. Don't use social media or a third party to have contact with, or can I have a cardboard, please? To have contact with her for any reason. Do not go to the Emmett Street address, except you may go one time with the police to get your belongings. GPS tether with the exclusion zone of Emmett Street in Ypsilanti. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior. Any questions about those bond conditions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, what court date are we using for this?
January 26th, 9 a.m. in person.
Okay, your court date is January 26th. That's a Thursday. That will be at 9 a.m. in person in the courthouse on Michigan Avenue in downtown Ypsilanti.
Okay.
I'm going to allow you to get that GPS tether put on Tuesday. Otherwise, you have to stay in jail all weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? But it has to be done on Tuesday or you're violating this bond.
So
You understand?
I'll come out to community corrections up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Magistrate think these are actually my last arraignments.
Oh.
Today, this weekend, your last?
Yeah, because I'm being moved up to misdemeanors with Judge Fresh.
Okay. Oh, good.
Congratulations.